a terrifying neighbor experience. This happened over 10 years ago when I was living on the outskirts of a regional town. The town itself wasn't small, but the area I lived in had a lot of farmland and rice paddies, making the population density very low. There were only about 10 households in our neighborhood. Due to a sudden move, I didn't have many options for housing, and I thought it was fine as long as my husband could commute. So I didn't pay much attention to the surroundings at that time. However, once we actually moved in, I found it difficult to adapt to the atmosphere of the town, having grown up in the city. First and foremost, there was absolutely no sense of privacy. People would walk into each other's homes without asking, and any drama or gossip was quickly shared throughout the neighborhood. For example, "Did you hear that so-and-so's daughter got stood up at her arranged marriage?" Or, "I heard there was a fight." Or even, "Did you see the guy peeing outside the other day?" Yet, I had no desire to become the subject of gossip myself. I made a habit of keeping my windows and curtains shut even during the day, and I turned the volume of my music and TV way down. Although I pretended to get along with everyone on the surface, I could never really relax. I lived there for just over a year. During that time, various incidents occurred, but I'll skip those details. I want to share the event that prompted me to leave this town. One day, my husband and I planned a little trip. I was feeling the need to unwind away from this town, so I pressured my husband into taking a few days off. The first 2 days were enjoyable. We soaked in hot springs and had a great time. But on the third day, my husband suddenly had to return to work. I didn't want to continue the trip alone, so we decided to cut it short and head back home. Upon returning, I felt that something was off. At first glance, everything seemed the same, but a closer look revealed that furniture had been moved slightly, and books that I was sure I had put away were now on the floor. I could have dismissed it as my memory failing me, but considering the oddities of this town, it felt unnerving. While checking each room and cleaning up, I heard the sound of the front door opening. It was around 2 p.m. Thinking it was too early for my husband to be back, I went to the entrance and said, "Is something wrong?" When I opened the door, I was shocked to find the woman from 2 houses down standing there. We both froze for a moment, and then she quickly spoke. "Oh, welcome back. The front door was unlocked, and I thought I'd check on you. You really should be more careful." She rushed off after saying that. She claimed the door was unlocked, but that couldn't be true. I'm the type who usually remembers such things, and ever since moving to this town, I had been overly cautious. Could it really be? This troubling thought, combined with the odd changes I had noticed in my home, flooded my mind. We moved out within the next couple of weeks. We ended up in a much smaller apartment, but it felt far more comfortable than our previous home. Even now, thinking back on that experience gives me a chill. This is my terrifying neighbor experience.